Hello, my name is Dr. Shante Paradigm Smalls. I am one of the co-founders of Weekly Dharma Gatherings. Most of you may know that by now. And I wanted to just take some time to express my profound and deep sadness, rage, heartbreak in regards to the murders of 8 people in Atlanta by a white supremacist. 6 of those people were Asian women working in Asian diasporic women working in the assailant targeted nail salons. So 6 of those murdered were women of Asian descent. One was a white woman and one was a man. I don't know his race. Perhaps he was an Asian man. And the increase in violence, white supremacist violence, and also violence from non-Asian people of color is just deeply disturbing, particularly as this violence is really based in white supremacist logic and in fear and in scapegoating. And so I just wanted to offer a little the deepest and the most profound sense of solidarity and sense of eradicating white supremacist violence and all forms of violence, aggression, passion, aggression, and ignorance, the 3 poisons. And so I just want to do a little reading of ceremony of Sukhavati, which is to honor those who have transitioned. Hri, in the profundity and brilliance of Dharmakaya, the compassion of Avalokiteshvara arises. In the magnificent and victorious vision, we proclaim the Jnana of Amitabha. You are in the state of simplicity, and you are free from fetters. You have actually attained the fundamental enlightenment. Please look upon us. Forgive us our confusion. Forgive us that we have been misled by the samsaric world. I make offerings to you. I rejoice in your virtues. I request you to remain in our world and continue to turn the wheel of Dharma. Namo Amitabha Samaya Titstuam. Please accept drinking water, flowers, incense, light, perfume, food, and music. I praise your magnificent wisdom and power. You can liberate all sentient beings with one glance of your prajna and upaya. I request you to liberate the sentient beings who have passed and departed from their physical lives. May they be released from their samsaric fetters and attain liberation at once. If not so, may they attain a good human birth which is free and well-favored. If that is not possible, may they be freed from the lower realms. I aspire to and worship your vision and your vow so that this particular sentient being or these particular sentient beings whose names many of us do not know yet, they have not been released, but invoking their names, their faces, their ages, their lives, and all other sentient beings may be liberated from the fetters and kleshas so that they may begin to overcome their mental obstacles and begin to understand the notion of egolessness. May they be free from the ayatanas. May they attain a state of liberation. May the merit of the Sangha provide eternal companionship for them. May the blessings of the teacher lead them on their journey. May their relatives and companions proceed with them on their journey. Namo Amitabha Hri. So there are many ways to work with and hold the rupture of violence, and that there's political work to be done, there's communal work to be done, there's interpersonal work to be done, there's policy work to be done, there's education to be done, but there's also the emotional, the physical, the spiritual, and the psychic. And no one person or no one group or no one community can do everything, but we can hold these different parts for healing, for grief. Hold the space for grief, hold the space for rage, hold the space for disorientation, hold the space for confusion. And this kind of violence is only increasing, anti-Black violence, anti-Asian violence, anti-Indigenous violence, anti-Latinx violence, the increase of children being detained at the southern U.S. border and separated from their families, the increase of murders of Black people in the U.S., the increase of non-state actor violence against Asian Americans, and then also the ongoing violence against Indigenous people, and then the kind of systemic violence of even how the assailants get treated when they're white. They can murder people and be, taken to Burger King or talked down. And so we see these things and our systems take them in. And so the practice of meditation, contemplation, other wisdom traditions is one way of working with that. Of course, coupled with seeking whatever kind of professional help we need in terms of our psychic mind state and our psychology. Because this kind of rupture is, vicarious trauma for even those who weren't there in Atlanta and aren't in Atlanta or other places where this violence is happening and didn't know these people, but are experiencing bodily fear and mental fear and emotional fear. So tonight on Weekly Dharma Gathering, Sheena Brockington Taylor is teaching about the open, broken heart of compassion, of co-suffering, and how that leads to healing and liberation. So if you can't join us live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, all of our talks are recorded. And again, I and all of the staff at Weekly Dharma Gathering is sending you, our deepest love and holding.